What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Thursday. We get a nice 8-game slate here tonight. Pitching options aren't too great, but still some solid value, especially with the batters. So I get it broken down for you with my money six. Six of my favorite players on this board, the slate. So go ahead and drop a like on the video before we get going. I would greatly appreciate that if you could do it. Let's try to get over 80 likes on this video. So thank you for all the likes, and sorry for uploading this video a little bit later. But we're here, so let's get into it. I'm going to go first pitcher. I'm going to go with Justin Verlander. I got to pay up for the pitching. Like, if you look at the slate, Johnny Cueto coming back after not pitching for, over 2 months. And so he's probably going to be in a pitch count if I had to guess. And it's not like the matchup is that great against St. Louis. He's kind of priced up, too, at $11,800. So I'm not really going with him. I'm going to go with Verlander. He has 30-plus upside in this matchup. And he's been kind of struggling recently against Tampa Bay twice, getting hit a little bit harder than you'd expect against them. The strikeouts still have been there, but just allowing too many hits. But now he's back home in Houston against a White Sox team that he can just load up the strikeouts, and you don't really feel that worried about them. So in the Dome here in Houston, he's allowing a 167 batting average, so very good, especially at the beginning of the year. Like, the guy was having crazy good outings at home, and we know, like I said, with the White Sox, strike out a lot. Verlander has a 28% K rate against these guys and 129 plate appearances, so a good size sample, and they're only projected 2.6 runs. So Verlander, I think he can go, honestly, like 7 innings here and maybe allow 1 run or 2 and then get around like 8 to 10 Ks. So he has like 30-plus upside. Definitely should be in line to get a win here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first pitcher. And for my second guy, it gets a little bit ugly with these other guys, but Matt Boyd is a guy, especially if Adrian Beltre is out here tonight, that I think gets a nice little matchup here, and he can definitely take advantage of it. He is very volatile, meaning he's very up and down. Like, he can have very good stuff one game, then the next game just be absolutely horrendous. So it's definitely not a safe pick. Like, if you look at the game log here, like 23, then the 2, then the 19, then the 9, then the 21. So he's very up and down. But the thing here with Matt Boyd, if you look at his split, similar to Verlander, he's been pitching much better at home. 184 batting average allowed to them. The whip is down, the ERA way down, fantasy points on average up to 16.9. So if he can get us around like 16.9 in line with that average here, I think he's a solid little value. And like I said, Adrian Beltre, he didn't play yesterday. He got a root canal. He's currently listed questionable for this game. Hopefully they'd be a little nice to the guy and give him another day off. That'd be great, because he's their best hitter against the left-handed pitchers, and he doesn't really strike out that much. So if you replace him with another hitter, Boyd will have some better matchups with that considered. And this is a park downgrade for Texas. The hitting conditions are pretty good. There is some wind blowing into left field, and there is some rain concerns, but it's been on the radar since like last night, so I would imagine that Matt Boyd would just be pushed back a little bit if there was a delay in the beginning of the game and still start. So you can keep an eye on that, but I think this matchup is pretty solid for him. And yeah, we're going to go with it, because some of their better hitters are also lefties here without Beltre. So the lefty on lefty, we'll take it. Second guy, that's 3,600 man per player. So Verlander and Boyd, it really comes down to Boyd. If you can nail the SB2 in this slate, that's going to be huge. Obviously, with every slate that kind of goes with it, but especially in this one. So Adam Jones, though, it's going to be my first hitter at 3,500. I mentioned there was a ton of value in the slate, and Jones is definitely one of those guys. Going against a bad pitcher in Sledgers, he hasn't pitched much in his career, but he's not a good prospect. And like, in the small sample he's had, 40 plate appearances against right-handed batters, he's given up a 48% hard hit rate. So pretty much 50% of the time, the batted balls have been hard hit against the Sledgers guys. So Adam Jones has those reverse splits. He's better against right-handed pitchers. I believe 9 out of his 10 home runs have been against right-handed pitchers, a 185 ISO against them. Not having a crazy good year. Well, this is kind of on a little bit on the line, a little bit. I think the numbers are a little bit down against right-handed pitchers this year, but the matchup is very good. Sledger is not a good pitcher, and Adam Jones will be towards the top of that lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. For my second guy, we're going to go with Nick Ahmed here at 3,300. Like I said, value at 3,300. Going against a lefty specialist, hits very well against them. Has a 240 ISO against the lefties this season. And Eric Lawler, the pitcher he's going against, is allowing a 322 batting average to right-handed batters. So righties hitting the ball very well against them. Pretty much everything is up against the righties, like the home runs he's allowing. the hard contact, the WOBA, every single like metric you can look at. The righties are taking advantage of him. And Ahmed, one of the best hitters against the lefties on this lineup, and he's only at 3,300. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as a nice value. They're projected around 4.5 runs, and Ahmed should be around that 2 spot probably in the lineup, so he definitely has some capabilities getting on base or maybe even some RBI opportunities there. And for my third guy, I'm going to go with Braun here. You can put him in first base or the outfield, so you got some flexibility there. And against the lefty, another lefty specialist here with Braun. He's a 230 ISO and a 46% hard hit rate against lefties this year. So he hits the ball very well against lefties. I think his numbers might have been even higher against lefties last season. And he's going against a young pitcher. It's Fried, his name is. He hasn't pitched much in his career, but he did get hit pretty hard against right-handed batters in a limited stint last season. He's been a little bit better this season against the righties, but still worse against righties compared to lefties. And Braun, a veteran hitter. I think he can take advantage of this young pitcher. It's going to be a part downgrade for him. And he's coming off a very good outing. He was doing very bad his first couple of games, but he's coming off a dominant outing against St. Louis. It probably will be tough for him to go back-to-back great outings, and Braun has one of the best matchups, I think, on this board. On this Brewers lineup. So I think he can take advantage of him. And, so Max Fried in a hostile environment on the road against Ryan Braun. We'll take it to the bank, lock him in there. And that's the core 5. You got Braun, Ahmed, Adam Jones to go with the pitchers. And from our cheap guy, another guy, Tim Beckham here at 3,200. The top of the Baltimore lineup, I mentioned Sledger's not a good pitcher. They're rejected 4.7 runs, the Orioles that is. So we're going to be getting 2 of the guys at the top of this lineup. Very cheap, 3,200 for Beckham and 3,500 for Adam Jones. So definitely good spots here for both of them. Tim Beckham hasn't had a great season, but he did go on the DL for a good amount of time, and now he's back. He hit pretty well recently. 2 hits, 1 hit, 1 hit, 2 hits. So he's hitting the ball, getting some good contact on it, but he just hasn't had that power come through yet. His power was pretty solid last year. He had a 176 ISO against right-handed pitchers last season. Similar to Adam Jones, he did have reverse splits last year, better against the righties. And this is going to be against a righty here. So I think Tim Beckham has the opportunity to get it going here, maybe show off some more power with an extra base hit at the top of this lineup. He can easily get 5 at-bats with the high run total against a bad pitcher. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as our value guy. And that gets us up to 3,600 remaining per player. So a great core to put in your lineups, I think, here. Verlander, Boyd, Braun, Beckham, Ahmed, and Adam Jones. So if you guys enjoyed the video, got anything out of value here, be sure to drop a like. It really helps me out. Let's try to get over 80 likes like I mentioned. Even if you don't and kind of agree with these guys, just some things to consider. Maybe just to do a plug and play with Matt Boyd, maybe if you're considering him, or Adam Jones. Just one of these guys, just kind of take into my thought process. I get it. You don't have to just take my plays. Just kind of think about the thought process I'm going through on every single slate. So I hope I'm helping you guys out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. They kind of get my thought process on every single slate here. So yeah, good luck tonight, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed your 4th of July last night. Pretty good night for me, besides it was raining. The fireworks are supposed to go off, so I guess Mother Nature wasn't too happy with me last night. But so good luck tonight, guys. Enjoy yourself again tonight. Let's win some money, hopefully, here on this slate. And we'll see you back here again tomorrow.